What's going on, guys? FoolyStream here. I wanted to let you guys know that you indeed can stack power modulation. Now, not exactly power modulation, however, you can have structures that will heal on their own, and you do not need a constructor to do this. However, having a constructor on your side with the power modulation perk will definitely be a bonus, and I'll tell you why. So, here, first you want to know that you need to have a trap with the perk that heals structures. Now, don't worry if you don't have that perk, you can totally change it now. And the resources are also very easy to come by, especially with the new group missions that you can do that'll give you 4 times of whatever you're looking for. If you need me to make a video on that or explain that into the comments with you, I can do that. Now, some of you may feel like you don't have the proper resources, or you don't have the amount of resources to put down extra traps for your structures. Well, I'm here to tell you that not to worry. All you need to do is just get some traps and level it to 25. Just level it to only level 25 to unlock that healing perk, and simply use it for utility. Now, when I say utility, I mean as a something to only use it to benefit you, not necessarily benefit your damage output, but simply use it as a way to help you through the session. So if you just level it to 25 and you put it down for utility only, you will not be wasting your main resources that you're currently using for your higher level play. So for example, if you are having down retractable spikes that are level 40, however, you're using utility that is only level 25, you are not using the same resources as your main source of damage output. You're simply just using it for utility. So as an example, you can see here, I'm about to place down my utility structure rebuilding traps. This is not for damage output. This is simply putting down for my structure to rebuild itself. As you can see here, it's about to go up in a couple seconds. And if I were to place down my base, it'll go up 3 times as fast. So instead, it's just going up 2 times as fast. However, that is still a useful utility to use against enemies. So if you're having issues, if you've got a lot of enemies coming at you, coming at your base, not only are you not needing to waste like stone, metal, and wood, you've got your utility traps, your utility rebuilding structure traps. Now, I don't have any fancy way of saying that, so if you've got some cool name for it, you go ahead and tell me in the comments, and then I'll start calling it that. What I'm about to do here is I'm about to put down my utility rebuilding structure traps. I'm about to place down my wall launchers in here. There is no special reason why it's specifically a wall launcher. However, if I were to say so, the special reason would be a contingency plan. That contingency plan would be like, if someone busted through either one of these walls, the wall launcher will now push them out of where they're not supposed to be, giving you or your teammates enough time to kill the enemies, replace the structures, and then go about your session. Now, my true reason here, my true purpose is I want to place traps inside these structures as well to give the power modulation perk. I'm just going to call it power modulation because power modulation and the repairing structures are basically the same thing. However, instead of power modulation where you can't stack it, in this case you can stack repairing structures. So I'm going to place it inside, and then I'm going to place traps with the same perk around the structure to give it double the repairing rate. And if you're constructive with power modulation, that will be a big bonus, because even though it doesn't mention it, power modulation stacks with the healing structures that your traps, your utility rebuilding structural traps offer. And here's a visual of what I mean by that. So you can see a hussy huss, you can see another ad that is attacking the structure, and if you look closely, you can see that my structures are healing more than once. It's not only healing from the base's power modulation perk, I'm also getting double heals, or triple heals in this case, from my traps and the power modulation base. If you look closely, you can see that the structures will be healing once from the power manipulation and then twice from the traps. Now let's take a look at a defense mission that I will demonstrate to you how this works. Now, you're going to see the enemies getting pushed back. As I said in my previous videos, timed defense missions, in my opinion, is all about stalling. So, with the power modulation like perk, you now have the ultimate stalling defense build. Now that the enemies are getting pushed back, what happens is they damage your structure, they damage your defense, get pushed back. The power modulation perk heals the structure, and then you go right back in and continue to do the same thing and keep failing right before you or your teammate finally decides to kill him. Now, I purposely did not upgrade my structure. I put it at tier 1 just to show you guys how effective it can be. This does not matter if this is on Stonewood, Plankerton, Canny, Twine. It all works exactly the same. Like I kept saying to you guys, the husks do not become smarter the higher tier you go. They will continue to do the same old dumb thing that they've been doing since Stonewood. So let's take a look at a smasher here. The smasher, the same thing. The floor launcher will continually push the smasher away from the objective, and then the defense will heal itself. And it's up to you to keep that smasher as a priority target. It does not matter how beneficial your structures may be. The smasher is definitely capable of still destroying the structure. However, this is going to give you a little more thinking time, way more than enough thinking time to kill that smasher, kill the boss, whoever is a dangerous target to your defense. And that's pretty much it, guys. This is a Atlas build, by the way. If you have any questions on that, if you want to know more about that, I'm happy to make another video on that. I recently did a video on retrieved data. I'm looking to make another video for a different kind of build. I got some heavy criticism on that. A lot of people made some great points, and I definitely want to put that into a more visualized video for beginners. So definitely look forward to that. If you feel like you need more builds on something else, please just let me know. I'm happy to do so. I love making videos for you guys. I love trying to teach you what I know. My builds aren't exactly the most viable builds, maybe. However, it's something that I personally use, and if I can do it, you certainly can as well. Till next time, guys.